The new releases from Rolex are actually dropping in price, and in this video we are going to be discussing other models that are being drip fed into the marketplace and also which ones are still being held back from the authorized dealers. As predicted, the new releases from Rolex have already started to drop price in the marketplace. For you guys that follow the channel, check out our last video. This is something that we've predicted and we see year in and year out. When the new releases hit the marketplace, they are overinflated prices, and all you've got to do, wait a few weeks, wait a few months, and as more hit the market, the grey market prices will drop. For example, we bought the new OP Pistachio. For you guys that don't know, they came in 3 tier dials. One being the pistachio, that is number one, retail price £5,650. They also released the new lavender and also the beige. We actually paid overlist for this watch. When we bought it and when we advertised it online, we advertised this watch at £10,950. Bearing in mind, the grey market price then was between £12,000 and £18,000. So for you guys that follow LWC and how we actually operate, we'll always say we do not like to get the new releases when they first hit the market. And why is that? Overinflated prices. We need to be the cheapest in the world, and when we advertised that OP, we were the cheapest on Chrono 24 in the whole world. And guess what, guys? It still took 3 weeks to sell. And why is that? For you guys, you still think you can get that watch from your authorized dealer. So unless you want to be one of the first, which we always advise not being, wait while the market settles. We actually sold it to a really nice couple from New York who came to see us. He picked up a new Panda and he bought the pistachio for his good wife. Now this is where the market gets annoying for me. When you look online, that watch with the other grey market dealers was between £12,000 and £18,000. And I can guarantee you that these dealers actually did not buy that watch. They will have consigned it and consigned it at a high price to you guys out there looking to obviously maximise your profit. Now this only benefits 2 people. One being the grey market dealer, he's looking for the quick flip, and in my opinion that is not good business. You are going to lose that client forever. And the second of all is the private client who's actually getting a higher consignment price because again obviously he's maximising his profit. Now for you guys that follow the channel, you'll know I'll say there's nothing wrong with consignment, but it does give an overinflated market price on certain models, which also makes it virtually impossible for dealers like LWC to buy watches for stock with their own money because they're seeing overinflated prices on Chrono 24, getting offered higher valuations from other dealers on consignment, and it's almost physically impossible for me to buy new releases on the grey market from flippers or clients that have just bought the watch, don't want it, and want to move it on for profit. Now there's 2 reasons why people consign watches or dealers consign watches. The first of all is obviously cash flow. They might not be in a position where they might be overstretched. Like I said, there's nothing wrong in that. We've all been there. We've bought big parcels, we've overstocked, and we need to consign the odd piece. Or the second of all, they're actually not sure where it is in the marketplace, and we've done it again ourselves. We've took the odd watch in, we're not really sure, it's not our normal stock. You know, let's just have a look, see how the market is, we'll consign it. But the problem with the new releases, and it happens year in, year out, these stupid prices that we see online for watches that we'll watch for the rest of the year, keep dropping month on month on month, and then become what we think is good value. And it just goes to prove we had an OP Pistachio, a brand new, unworn, fresh, from the authorized dealer, from one of our good clients. We actually bought it as part of a collection from him. We bought a bundle deal. We would not have actually physically gone out to try and buy that watch for stock unless it was cheap. And for me, we bought it for overlist, we sold it for list, but it still took 3 weeks to sell. The next model I'd like to discuss, and it's actually started hitting the market earlier than predicted and expected, is one that's very close to my heart, and it is the new Meteorite dial Rolex Daytona on the Oyster Flex rubber strap. It comes in 3 variants. We've got the yellow gold, the rose gold, and the white gold. We predicted they would hit the market later in this year. I said a few weeks ago, I've got a funny feeling, there's whispers it's going to come out early. Unfortunately for me and for you guys, and for you guys wanting it, it has hit the market early, and we've actually been offered a few at LWC. The retail price from Rolex is around the mid 30,000s for the yellow gold and late 30s for the rose and the white. The ones that we've seen early are the yellow gold, and these are clients, the VVIPs. We've said it before, you have to be a big spender with your authorized dealer. You have to have a special relationship. You know, you're not getting that watch. You're not even going to get a standard Daytona Oyster Flex unless you're a big spender. So to get a Meteorite, you know, it's pretty much unheard of. And most dealers will only get one allocated to each store per year, or potentially two if you're a bigger dealership. So this particular watch here, we've had it offered. Again, where's that in the market? You know, where do we look at the benchmark? Of course, we're going to look at the older reference. We're going to look at the one that I've got. Where do we sell the yellow gold one? Anywhere in the mid 60s. White gold. In fact, I've got one here. I've got the white gold one here. This is the discontinued one. This is just such a beautiful watch. I honestly can't tell you. So this one is obviously the 18 karat white gold. It's got the beautiful Meteorite dial, again on the rubber strap with the obviously double folding safety clasp. This one here we've marketed at £75,000, just to let you guys know. And considering the rarity, considering how special this watch is, I think it's fairly well placed in the marketplace. So where do we value the new one? How are we going to price the new one into that? Well, we've made an offer this morning on a yellow gold one just before filming, so I'm not sure if we've been successful or not. And we've made a very healthy offer over retail. And again, we're willing to throw our hat in the ring and say, look, this is what we think the value is. It has to be more than the older reference. Of course it does. It is a new one. But what's disappointing for me, guys, is, and I'm sure for you guys out there, I like things to remain a bit more exclusive, a bit more rare, and a bit more drip fed. For me, that means there's more value to the watch. For example, we just bought a John Mayer Daytona. For you guys that know, it's the 18 karat yellow gold, full gold bracelet, beautiful dark green dial. We've not had one in for a while. We all know the new John Mayer, the new releases hit the market. They were like 80 odd thousand. Again, we're saying that is absolute madness. It's just not the same watch. It's called the JM2 or John Mayer 2 or 2.0. It's not as been well received as the original John Mayer. It never was going to be as well received as the original. That's definitely stabilised, and if anything, it's just started to go up very slightly in the marketplace for genuine green bond dials that came with the watch from the factory with the white swing tag. So where does that leave the new John Mayer? Again, I think that's going to keep on dropping. The appetite's just not, obviously if you can get it retail, fantastic news for you. But when we're talking things like the John Mayer, you know, the old one, like my old Meteorite, like this one here, you know, they are well settled in the market, and the new one, we are going to try and get them in, but it has to be the right price just to touch over the old discontinued 23 models. While we're on the subject of new releases and Daytonas, of course, we have to talk about the new turquoise blue Tiffany dial 18 karat yellow gold only Daytona Oyster Flex. They hit consignment prices online for £116,000 plus. The retail price is £31,750, even though the Meteorite is more and sells for less and rarer. It's the new dial, we all know, and that price again is absolutely ridiculous. It's not a market price. Where's that watch? Do you guys jump on Chrono24? Have a look at the numbers. It's just under the £100,000 mark in the UK. Are they selling? Absolutely not. And if any of you guys watching this video have actually bought that watch on the grey market, I want to know the numbers. Please message, comment, let us know what you guys have paid for that watch, because I physically do not know one person that has bought that watch on the grey market. We are still getting them offered. That came out super early. For me, that just devalued it. For me, that's just like means it's like not rare or special. I'd still buy it. I'll still pay over list. I absolutely love the watch. I'd buy it for my own personal collection. But I think now, considering the price of the Meteorite and where it sits, it's probably similar. Probably a similar price point. Maybe a touch under actually for the new release. So yeah, let's just see how that pans out for the rest of the year. But again, this is what we say when the new release comes out. What you see online are consignment prices. They are not real market prices that a grey market dealer or an independent watch company like us has bought with their own money. Let's discuss what model is being drip fed into the grey market. It has to be one, the only one that's not really hit the market and only just started to come out, and it is of course the new Land Dweller from Rolex, the beautiful new release, the complete new model from the inside movement to the case to the bracelet. And the 36mm in the steel variant is the first one to hit the market. We've seen a few come through over the last sort of week, 2 weeks in the UK. We actually had one offered from a good client of ours. The list price from Rolex is £12,250. How much do you guys think that this particular client got offered for this watch from another dealer to buy double retail price? So for me, I just went, thank you very much. It is not for me. I appreciate if you've got an offer on the table for that, I suggest you take it. Yes, it's a new release. Yes, it's beautiful. Yes, of course, we want to stock it. But you have a look online, see what we're doing. The cheapest in the world, I think there's only a handful around the world, £36,000 triple retail for that watch. You're getting up to nearly the price of the rose gold one, a solid precious metal, and even not too far from the actual platinum one. It is absolutely mental, ridiculous. I do not get it. That is a watch that I do not understand the price. Where is that in the marketplace? Who's going to pay that number? You know, have any of these dealers consigned this watch or actually physically bought for their money? It's honestly, it's absolutely obscene. I just do not understand it. And for me, that's one of the watches that has become a disappointment when it's hit the grey market, because 3 times retail for a steel watch from Rolex is absolutely ridiculous. As always, with every market update, we will discuss and let you guys know our best selling models of the last 4 weeks. Coming in at number 3 is the Submariner range. It is the Submariner date and no date, both steel variants, both 41mm. The retail price from Rolex for the Submariner no date is £8,100. We sell that watch for £10,950, and the Submariner date, the retail price is £9,100, and we sell that for £11,950. And I have to tell you, the Submariner no date has absolutely smashed out of the park the Submariner date. We physically cannot buy enough no dates. They actually outsell the date, and they have done for the last few months. Number 2 is the Daytona range, and it is the Oyster Flex Daytonas. And we're not talking the 2 popular ones, the Ghost and the Pikachu. We're talking a lot of other models, like the Rose Gold Sundust, absolutely gorgeous piece. Retail price $33,450. We sell around the 35, 36K, 10% over the Rolex retail price. You can see why it is so popular. We've also sold what you guys know as the Baby Le Mans, which is the white gold variant with the black dial and silver subdials. Now I can tell you guys that is an underrated watch. Same retail price, £33,450, and we sell for, again, around the 35K mark. We honestly did not sell quick enough for us. It was absolutely ridiculous, and what a watch that is. And we all know Ghost is our number 1, but the Baby Le Mans, that is a really special, underrated watch. We've also sold the Paul Newmans. We all know yellow gold, such a lovely watch. And we've also sold the top 2 in the category month on month, year on year. The Ghost and also the Pikachu. The Pikachu, we are sold out. They are so limited in the marketplace. But I do have a Ghost to show you. I'm going to show you one of the new references here. This is the new 18 karat white gold Ghost Daytona. It's got the beautiful grey dial, black subdials. It's got the beautiful ring that goes around it. The retail price from Rolex is £33,450, and we sell them for around the £39,000 mark. So again, how much is that on top of Rolex retail price? 20%, again, for a watch that's so hard to get and so popular. For me, it's an absolute no-brainer. Coming in at number 1 this particular month is the GMT Master 2 range, and we've sold quite a few different ones actually. We've sold the beautiful 18 karat rose gold root beer, really popular one for you guys. The grey market price is pretty much the Rolex retail price. You can see why that is so popular for you guys not going out there to build your name or build yourself up on the Rolex AD list, around the £15,500 to £16,000 mark. We've also sold a few of the new Bruce Wayne, the Oyster bracelet with a 2-tone grey and black bezel. For me, that's really growing on me. I really like that watch. It's clean, it's classy, it's got the polished centre links, and in fact, we've sold a couple of the older one. We actually sold a beautiful, fully stickered LN version, and again, they're like unicorns. We do not see them in the marketplace, and guess what, guys? And I've got the watch here. This is a 2018 model, fresh into stock yesterday. It is a fully stickered, unworn example, full collector's set, box papers, even the bezel protector like they did back in the day. Considering obviously the new Bruce Wayne is £3,000 to £4,000 more for a very similar looking watch and a unicorn, fully stickered old stock. These were all worn back in the day. We all know I used to wear them myself back in the day. What a lovely watch they are. But you can see why this particular watch, and in fact the GMT range, has been so popular. And I'm sure you guys want to know our #1 seller. It has to be no other than the Pepsi. And I will say to you guys, month on month, if we could get more, it would be our best seller. Well, this month just proves it. We've had 5 in stock at LWC. We're all completely sold out. We actually had 2 fully stickered 2025 full set models. Again, double unicorns. You know, you can see why this watch is such a beautiful, iconic, best-selling watch. And it just goes to show, month on month, our market updates are so important. The market's moving, everything's changing, and check in next month for your next update. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. YouTube thinks you should watch this video next.